Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, February 7th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts. We'll look at the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. This morning, the futures are trading higher by 1.5 points. Not really that big of a move. You can see they have come down off the morning highs, but nonetheless, it is really just an inverse trade to the U.S. dollar index. Now, there's some news coming out of Europe today. But first, let's take a look at the dollar. What you'll see here is that the dollar has made a little bit of a move off the lows, and hence the spiders have, or the S&P 500 has come down as the dollar has moved higher. Keep the dollar chart on your radar. It is back in play each and every day now, trading inversely to the markets around the lunchtime hour. Between 11 and 2 o'clock, the dollar doesn't have as strong of an effect because of the light volume that we've been experiencing. But nonetheless, the dollar is still very, very relevant. And the markets generally will trade inversely to the dollar. So again, futures are just up 1.5 points at the moment to 15.0825. This morning you did have the European Central Bank keeping their rates unchanged. So the European Central Bank kept their rates unchanged. I believe it's at 0.75%. Yeah. So again, leaving a benchmark rate unchanged. That is helping to strengthen the euro a little bit. So you can see here the euro trading up a little bit today. It has pulled back off its morning highs as the dollar has caught that little bit of a bid. But nonetheless, the ECB is keeping their rates unchanged at 0.75%. So very, very important. The high euro prices do hurt European exports. We can only wonder when the European Central Bank is going to try to cut rates to try to weaken the actual euro currency. But everybody else is doing it. I don't think they have to worry about it at the moment. You also had some erratic trading last night in Asia. Real quickly, you had the Nikkei finishing down about almost 1%, down about 0.9%. And all of Asia was down across the board. The important Shanghai index down about 0.6%. So again, little decline there. But most notable is the Nikkei, which is really just one of the most volatile indexes on its meteoric rise higher. So again, Japanese ADRs should be watched closely today. They're very, very overcooked on the upside, but as long as Japan continues to strengthen, weaken the yen, I should say, they continue to print more money, maybe the higher it can go. But at some point, that thing is going to turn into a massive, massive bubble. So traders should be fully aware of that going forward. There are a lot of stocks out here today that have reported earnings, so we're going to get into them in a minute. I just want to tell you that the Bank of England also left their key benchmark rate on interest rate unchanged at 0.5%, and they continued to with its quantitative easing of 375 billion pounds. So I guess that comes to around $590 billion. So again, watch the British pound today. British pound should be gaining against the dollar, and sure enough, it is this morning, trading around the 157 level. Let's get right into some stocks here. Well, let's first get into gold and silver. The gold market, real quickly, is trading lower by $4 to $1,675 an ounce. The oil market is trading higher by 15 cents to $96.77. So either one of them are really doing all that much, but they could move usually inversely to the U.S. dollar. Here's the USO this morning, which is a proxy for oil, trading around 35. Not a big deal there. The GLD trading right around 162.20. So the GLD overall is down just a little bit from yesterday's close. It closed at 162.39 yesterday, so it's down a little bit there, but not really that big a deal. Again, keep an eye on the dollar. Oil will trade inversely to the dollar. Often gold will also. So you want to take a glance at that dollar all throughout the session. It's probably one of the most important charts out there. Let's take a look at some stocks out here. We're going to have Akamai Technologies first and foremost. The stock yesterday closed at $41.58. Today the stock is trading down to $34.50. So that's a really good decline when it's all said and done. Traders should watch two levels here. There's a little support at 34.31, but I don't really love that level. I think the better level is 33.31, 32.36, and then you have a move around the $30.25 level. So keep all of those levels on your radar. I think those are the most important. But again, let me just say those over. 33.31 is going to be the first spot, 32.36, and then around 33.25. Let's take a look at Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. This one is getting a little bit roasted and toasted today. Stock closed at $48.94. Today it's trading at $45.18. Again, I wouldn't do anything with this one. You'll find a little bit of support around the $41 area. Maybe it's around $41.10, $41.12, around that vicinity, give or take a few pennies. And then it's going to be really down to the $36.95 level, somewhere around there, $36.75 to $36.95, in that vicinity, give or take a few pennies. After that, it would be $33.13, and then a really dynamite level, I think, is going to be $29.35. I don't think we're going to see that, but hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. But that is a big gap fill with multiple support levels there. Okay, let's take a look at O'Reilly Automotive, ORLY. This one is making a pretty sizable move higher. Very strong pop today. Stock closed at 92.59 yesterday. I don't know what the news is here, so you got to check it. But a lot of resistance around this $100.25 level. Then after that, it's going to be a big double top going back to, I believe, April of 2012 at 107.25. I would not be a buyer up here at all, period. So, again, anybody looking to get in on this one, do not look to buy it. It's probably more likely a fade candidate. Sometimes a stock will trade light volume, so you got to be prepared that it can overshoot a little bit. But generally, it's a fairly liquid name. But I would not chase this here. Aggressive traders, if they want to try a short around $100.50, it's a very aggressive play. But the better short opportunity would be around the 107.50 area. Okay, so just give you a little insight on this one. It's a decently strong gap up, but it is just way overdone on all time frames. So again, a little bit on the lighter side. This thing could overshoot. The best level, if you're going to try to short this, would be probably around the 107.50, and believe it or not, it can get there. It looks like there was some economic news just out. Looks like there was the weekly unemployment claims, and you see that the futures are starting to come down a little bit. They are now flat on the session. So weekly unemployment claims have just been released. I'm not 100% sure what the claims were. Let me just see here. Yeah, it looks like they're 366,000. Okay, so unemployment benefits fell by 5,000 to 366,000. Again, we could care less about the number. We only care about the reaction in the market. And right now the market's trading down. Also notice that the US dollar index starting to trade higher, and that's really the bottom line. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I'm seeing. I'm sure there's some other gaps out there and maybe missing them. There are a lot of retail sales this morning. So again, a lot of retailers reporting their same-store sales. So watch for some volatility in that sector. But I'm not seeing anything that is standing out to me, at least not yet, in the retail market. They're up or down just a little bit. Nothing all that terrific, nothing all that dire from what I could tell. But it's only 8:30 in the morning, so you're going to get a lot more coming out over the next hour before the opening bell rings at the New York Stock Exchange. With that said, everyone, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and I will see you on the charts tomorrow. Take care, everybody.